Today we'll discuss job analysis, job description, job specification, and job evaluation. Now these terms can be a little bit confusing and tend to overlap, so we'll look at each one in detail. Let's start off with job analysis. In order to achieve high quality performance, organizations must not only understand, but also match job requirements with people. This understanding requires job analysis. Job analysis is a systematic way of gathering and analyzing information about the content, context, and human requirements of a job. In other words, job analysis is the process of getting detailed information about jobs, gathering data. Now, job analysis is much more than that, though. It's also the basis of all human resource practices because the process sets up how employees are hired, how they're trained, developed, evaluated, and even compensated. The resulting information from the job analysis creates two documents. It creates the job description and the job specification. In equal employment opportunity matters, accurate details and job requirements are needed, and they're needed because the credentials provided in a job description can often affect court decisions. Meaning, if you have an EEO case, chances are your Exhibit A is going to be your job description and job specification. So hopefully you've done that job analysis correctly. Job analysis is so important to HR that it's been called the building block of everything that HR does. The following HR activities require job analysis information: HR planning, recruitment and selection, training, performance appraisal, career planning, work redesign, and job evaluation. We'll talk about job evaluation and compensation in just a moment. Basically, if you want to be successful in your HR career, you better learn how to do an excellent job analysis. Here is an infographic to kind of summarize what we've talked about so far. So we know that job analysis is the process of gathering information. And so we gather job content information and job context information. From there, job analysis allows us to create two documents, the job description and the job specification. These two documents are then used for pretty much everything HR does. Let's talk a little bit about job descriptions and job specifications. So we know that a job analysis creates these two documents. Let's go ahead and define those two documents. A job description identifies tasks, duties, and responsibilities. It describes what's done, why it's done, where it's done, and how it's done. While the job description outlines the activities to be done, the job specification, however, lists those KSAs, knowledge, skills, and abilities. KSAs might include education, experience, work skill, certifications. All right, so to summarize, the job description lists the responsibilities, while the job specification lists the requirements. So we talked a lot about job analysis, job descriptions, and job specifications. I want to provide one more infographic before we move on to job evaluation. All right, so at the top, we're looking at job analysis. Again, that's just the process of gathering data. Now there's different methods and sources of that data. You can gather that data through questionnaires or interviews. The sources of that information could be from employees or supervisors or managers, and typically a job analysis is conducted by HR or an outside consultant. This data is then used to create two documents, the job description and the job specification. Now the job description and the job specification are then used for everything HR does. Before we move on to job evaluation, I want to talk briefly about job posting and kind of get a little FYI. You can tell a lot about a company based on their job postings. Most job postings are the result of a job analysis, right? They post the job description and they post the job specification. If the job posting is robust, chances are they have an internal team who knows a thing or two about job analysis and its importance in the workplace. If that job posting is not so robust, chances are they have a little bit to learn about the importance of job analysis. All right, let's last talk about job evaluation and then we'll wrap up. So job evaluation is a formal, systematic process to determine the relative worth of jobs within an organization, meaning how much should we pay for this particular job? Job analysis is done to develop a job description and job specification, while job evaluation is done to determine the value of that job in relation to other jobs in the organization, right? So a big organization might have an IT department, accounting department, finance department. And what job evaluation does is it evaluates the different roles within that organization and how much you should pay them. Job evaluation takes place typically early in the process of creating salary structures for organizations. And there's different job factors that can create a ranking system, if you will. These job factors include skill and decision making. They're all assigned some sort of weight or rank based on the job description and the job specification. And so when companies try to determine how much they're going to pay for a job, they look at those requirements. They look at the job description and they look at the specification. This determines the relative worth of jobs and the respective pay in the organization. All right, I hope that helps with all things job related, job analysis, descriptions, specifications, and job evaluations. Thank you so much.